This is our trip to Chezen. It's
we were on
Friday
Foster.
morning.
They didn't stand us up.
And
So far
so good. If they don't drop us off at the nearest gas station, take it out.
You know what I was thinking too, and I forgot to say it, but it looks like we're okay. What if they had put us on a Spanish-speaking tour?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they never asked us what what language
I
we
would
wanted.
handle it anyway.
Huh?
When I was in Iceland, I mean.
In this peninsula, we have Yucatan State, and the east coast we have Quintana Roo State, where is Cancun Island. See? But here in the north side, we have the Gulf of Mexico. We are nearby Florida, close to Florida. See? And here in the south side, we are border with Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and Chiapas. See, my friends? And let me tell you that in all this peninsula, we have more than 150 villages. See, we have a lot of Maya descendants people living in all these villages. Many people think that we don't have Maya people anymore, that all the Mayas are all gone. The Maya people just abandoned the Maya cities. The Maya people just die, got diseases, all these things. There are a lot of theories about this. See, but my friends, let me tell you that it's not true. We still have Maya descendants people living in the villages.
This is our first stop on the way to Chezen. And we learned about still Mayans here speaking a Mayan dialect of their own. And supposedly there's a possibility to find some amber. How many pesos?
Pesos. It's 136 pesos.
136, 15, 60.
We have the t-shirts, 80 pages.
Is she named by selling amber?
6-1, vámonos.
La atención de muchos antropólogos a nivel mundial porque piensan que es el más exacto, ¿sí? Sin embargo, como les dije antes, y creo que todos ustedes tienen una fecha especial que recordar. ¿Sí? Si ustedes quisieran tener su fecha trasladada a jeroglíficos mayas, vamos a ordenar esta fecha, la van a, en esos folletitos que les dejé, pueden ustedes apuntar su nombre, la fecha, y pueden también escoger cualquiera de esos colores. Ellos van a sacar el resultado en jeroglíficos mayas y luego lo van a pintar a mano en este tipo de papel. Hay tres diferentes tipos de calendarios. Hay uno que es de algodón, como este que les mostré, uno de corteza de árbol, que le llamamos papel amate o papel maya. Esta era la manera original en que el maya hacía sus libros o sus códices. Luego, cuando lleguemos allá al hotel, les voy a mostrar la forma exacta en que es hecho este papel. Y también hay otro en piel, ¿sí? Este en piel es muy bonito, lo pintan solamente en color negro y rojo, igual que el amate, y solamente el algodón.
Okay, we're now at the entrance of Chezen. We've passed the hotel. And this is our group. Gracias. the path to the ruins.
There's an American machine.
Guess they don't let you walk up them anymore, huh?
No, through there, huh? Oh yeah, you can't walk up there.
Well, somebody's up there.
Oh, so maybe we can walk up there. Oh, maybe just not on this side.
So you have to really stop.
Did you say Mickey and Jungay have been here?
No. No, we decided to come in.
Yeah. They don't know how to come down.
Well, those
They
steps are
weren't
very
they
small,
weren't they
huh?
weren't they weren't taught like you were taught.
I had a Mexican guy helping me down. It's a little bit, because you see how they used to do it on the side, the steps are so narrow.
It's the
Well,
same
have really
steps.
small
No,
feet.
it's the same steps as Koba. You just have to.
The steps were narrow.
Yeah. But he taught you how to come down.
Meaning of these three ancient Maya words is chi means mouth, Chezen is natural water well, and itza. You can divide this word into parts. Itz is magician, ha is water, the mouth of the well of the magician of the water. This is because one thing the Mayas put the name that way, making a relation with a big sinkhole that is here at Chichen Itza, just behind of that platform right there, that Venus planet platform. There's a long road. It's like 300 meters, like 5 minutes walking all the way down to the north side. We're gonna find the big natural waterway. We're talking about more than 60 meters diameter, 20 meters deep, 13 meters water, and 60 meters more just in the bottom. See, just mud at the bottom. See, but later on in your free time, you're gonna be able to walk up there and see 2,000 years before Christ. See, to 300 after Christ. In this period, they were Maya. They just were American men. Then we have the second period. That's the classic Maya period, when they became Maya, when they flourished, when they dedicate all the time to observe the stars in the sky. They developed the agriculture. They start building all these temples around. See, and they developed the numerical system. They divide those two calendars. All this happened in second period, classic Maya period, and this period covers 400 to 1,000 years after Christ. And then third period, that's Toltec Maya period. It covers 1100 to 1400 years after Christ. But who are Toltecs? Why Toltec Maya period? Toltecs, that's a culture who developed in central part of Mexico, in Tula Hidalgo. Nobody knows why Toltecs just left central part of Mexico, Tula, and they got here. They came here and they brought their own customs, their own religion. They brought Quetzalcoatl, and they say that Quetzalcoatl was the most important god, the powerful god. See, he was represented as the feathered serpent, as similar as Kukulkan. See, and he was considered as the son of the sun god. But Quetzalcoatl, that's Nahuatl language. See, Toltec language. And the real name of Quetzalcoatl in Nahuatl language was Tse-Acatl Topiltzin Quetzalcoatl Tlahuizcalpantecutl. That's a big name in Nahuatl language. That means the feathered serpent. See, the son of the sun god. But they got surprised when they came here, because the Mayas, they told them, we already know this god. See, he is for us Kukulkan, feathered serpent, son of the sun god. And we And then, my friends, Toltecs, they brought the human sacrifices. In second period, the Mayans just were peaceful people. But when Toltecs came here, the Mayas started making all those human sacrifices. Now, my friends, let me tell you, remember I said all the archaeological sites over 5 square kilometers, but it is divided in 3 parts. See? 2 kilometers away from here, just directly to the south side. And remember what I said about the calendar, the Mayas, they represent that calendar in this temple. Because in this temple happens, well, this temple marks the seasons of the year. See, and in this temple happens the most important equinox. We said that the Mayas represent the calendar here, remember? The Maya calendar, 4 seasons of the year. See, 365 days, 18 months by 20 days in just 1 month of 5 days. How they represent? See? We have 4 facades. Each one is facing to each cardinal point. As you can see, all those 9 platforms, you know, this temple consists in those 9 platforms, you know, each one being somewhat, you know, smaller than the one below. You can see the feather serpent here again, beautiful in all these carvings. You can see all the tail, a lot of feathers. These are the rattles. See it? Some more feathers, all the bottom of the serpent, and it's here, the tail of the snake, in each corner. In each balustrade we have feathers. This is representing Kukulkan or Quetzalcoatl. See? And let me show you here. This, we have this eagle, kind of an eagle. This eagle is like ready to eat this, you can see the claw, ready to eat this human heart. This is symbol of power and wing for Toltecs. And here we have the jaguar, you can see the head, all the body, the long tail, but you can see that we have spots in all the body of the jaguar. Well, this is the jaguar, you can see the claw, you see all the another human heart, ready to eat. See, symbol of power here for man. All the walls they are decorated with all these kind of skulls. See? This is kind of like the cemetery. That's the masses slippery. Okay, we're gonna stop here. My friends, let me tell you that this is the back wall of the Temple of the Jaguars, and this is the annex. Here, in this, you can see these 3 porticos, the Jaguar and the central part, and the central portico. This is the annex of the Temple of the Jaguar. And after, you can see the wall. You can see the frieze, my friends. We have here, and left side of the wall, we have the remains of the original carvings representing some jaguars walking repeatedly. And then we have the modern man, and we have 2 squares, and then below of these squares we have the brown serpent skin. See the feather serpent, you can see all the back, a lot of feathers. See? This is representing Kukulkan or Quetzalcoatl again. But my friends, why Temple of the Jaguars? Well, right there, Temple of the Kukulkan's temple is, the real name in Spanish is El Castillo, the castle. But why the Spaniards changed all the names? They put the Spanish name for all these structures. Because my friends, obviously the Spaniards, they couldn't pronounce Maya language. See, the first time when the Spaniards came here, they saw many Mayas just close to the coast, in the east coast, maybe in Tulum or Cancun Island, Women Island, see, Isla de Mujeres. When they saw all these people, you know, they asked them, the Spaniards asked to the Mayas, so who are you? See? What is this place? What is the name of this land? And those guys said, Maya. See, Maya means unique. Unique. Ahí sí, dije la palabra correcta, somos los únicos. Lo que pasa era que ellos decían, Maya significa, en Maya significa ma, no, ma es no,
Don't
ya
understand.
es igual.
Okay.
Ellos trataban de decir que eran los únicos, que no eran iguales a nadie.
No understand.
No, that they were superior, or I don't know.
No, son los únicos. Lo único que
They
trataban
were
de
the
decir
only
que eran
ones.
los only ones.
Yeah.
Eran the only
They were the
ones.
only ones.
Just are in all this place, see? The only people. Toltec Maya period, and covers 1100 to 1400 years after Christ. But we still have remains of those frescoes up there. And right here, let me show you in this left wall, you can see this guy here. If you come over here, please, and here on the right side, you're gonna see it very well.
No problem.
You can see this guy here. You can see legs, all the body, arms. He's holding this weapon with the right hand. You can see the face, that piece of bone through the nose, and then the beautiful headdress. According to the archaeologists, this guy looks like an Aztec. And Aztecs, developed in central part of Mexico, Mexico City, around the Valley of Mexico. And then next to him, above him, we have this guy. You can see all the body, many feathers on all the body. That face is deteriorated, but you can see the straight nose, the shape. And then the beautiful headdress. According to the archaeologists, he looks like an Asian. See? Any culture in Asia. Next to him, we have different face. I can see different piece of bone through the nose, and then the headdress looks like a Roman. See? And then the last person, you can see that large eye, convex nose, piece of bone through the nose, and very nice haircut. Like those Mohawks in the United States, those Indian natives, or those American Indians. See, we have different faces, different headdresses, different appearance in all these temples. They found 17 ball courts in all Chichen Itza. See, but this is the biggest one. This is the most preserved one, even in whole Central America. This is the biggest one. Let's start out with the structures. See, behind of you, right there, we have that structure. It looks like a theater. Am I right? See, kind of theater, and we have some square pillars. We're thinking that they support the roof of that temple, but the archaeologists didn't find the rest of the stones to restore it all. Or the rebuildable, see, but in each part, in each side of those square pillars, we can still find some carvings, and they are representing all these local priests. It is because we are thinking that the local priests use that structure to sit on there and watch the game. This was the whole field, see. And then here in front we have this small temple. This small temple is named the Builder Main Temple, because in the back wall there are some carvings and they are representing the Kukulkan. But physically you can see Kukulkan. See the face, kind of a Jesus face. We don't know, but other people, we know in pictures and all this Hollywood artists, they show Kukulkan again, because you can see the head of the snake is in the bottom, the cylindrical body. You can see feathers, a lot of feathers, and then at the end of the tail we have feathers, rattles, and feathers. But let me tell you that inside of that temple, the chamber, the archaeologists, they found some paintings, in the walls, but they are representing the conquest. See, it's because they were in the temple. We can climb that temple up and see. So my friends, we have two big parallel platforms or walls, and a stone ring is sticking out of the middle part of each wall. See, and we have two running along platforms along all this ball court. See, but in some part of the running along platforms we have carvings, and they are representing the human sacrifice. See, my friends, how these guys play the game here. They were 7 players in each team, represented by the head. They play this game kind of football, soccer. See, they use like a baseball bat. See, they use like a racket, but they use shoulders, arms, elbows, heads, legs, knees, and toes to hit the ball. And they have a protection in each articulation. They have to hit the ball and then score up there. See, and it goes in rings, the stone rings. See, as soon as they are 7 of these. See, they are 7 of these. How many players, my friends? Remember, 7 players in each team. How many triangles we saw coming down in Kukulkan's temple? Remember that? The certain shape? 7. See, number 7 was a sacred number for Mayas, and I guess for many cultures around the world. See, number 7 is the lucky number, the right number, even in the Bible. 70 times 7. See, the black one. See, for Maya it was the same thing. See, the sacred number. But my friends, I'm gonna try to get close to the shape. All these carvings. We have the eye, we have the nose, we have the mouth. This is a skull. This is a skull, so you can see it. The mouth is open and like fire is coming out of the mouth. Am I right? And then we have one of the players here. You can see the face, the head, the eye, nose, that piece of bone through the nose. This is part of the body. Protection on shoulders and all the arm. This is the hand, the right hand. He's holding this flint jade knife. Protection on hips. You can see the belt. The right hand is holding the racket. Between legs, here in certain ways, you see it. This is the baseball bat. It's shoes without the head. And in place of the head, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 serpents coming out as a blood with the same symbol. Symbol of this one here. Symbol of this pitch. See? All this blood comes down to the ground, represented by tears, flowers, and some branches. See, because the blood of this player fertilizes the earth and gives us a new life again. See? This is the symbolism of this human sacrifice. But you can see my friend different faces. This is one through the nose, now, and this is the head. Beautiful. See? Nice Syrian cult. Am I right? It looks like a Syrian. Go and have my friends. Right there. Looks like a Syrian. I got it good. I got it good. So I can see that this is Syrian. I don't know how the Mayas, all these people, they were here. So that's the mystery of this place. A 60 meters long platform, 12 meters wide platform, see? But you can see that all the walls around they are decorated with all these skulls. We are thinking that all these skulls they are representing all those guys who died in the ball court. See? But why a lot of skulls? It seems like these guys used to play a lot of games, a lot of human sacrifices here. See? Let me remember what I said about Diego de Landa, this young priest who came in the first time with the Spaniards. Diego de Landa wrote this book. In one part of the book, Diego de Landa describes that when they came here the first time, the Mayas already had many civil wars. See, remember that? 5 years of drought, no rain. Animals in the jungle die, and many Maya people die. This is in the context combined the architecture. This is Toltec, okay? The feather serpent. Just the rattlesnake with the feathers, same here. See, and right there we have a lot of smoke. We are thinking that they use this platform to make the special ceremonies to remember all those players who died in the ball court. See? Hey, my friends, please just follow this way. Let me tell you that in all these things that I told you, I will not in this place. Because you're gonna find around here pieces of limestone, spare pieces of limestone, pieces of that, and some snakes all over.
Did the Mayans have the wheel?
No, sir. We don't have vestiges of the wheel. We know that they knew the circular shape, you know, because they represented, for example, on the ball court and the stone rings. But they didn't develop the wheel because we're thinking that they did it. Well, maybe they needed it, but they didn't know how to use it. Because they didn't have pack animals like horses or cattle, nothing of that. I mean, we are thinking that they use, you're gonna see like here, this is an ancient road. This road is named in Maya language Sakbe. Sakbe means the white road. And we are thinking that they use the trunk trees to roll up all the limestone over here. You know, they brought it from the quarry, using these kind of roads, using the trunk trees. Or maybe they use big baskets, you know, many people carrying all these big baskets and they grow all the mountain, all these baskets. My friend, let me tell you that these most of the stones here, they look like bullets or chilies or, I don't know. The Spaniards, the first time they came here, they saw all these stones just in the central part of that esplanade in front of the west face of Kukulkan's temple. And they said that maybe, they look like peanuts. They said that. See, maybe the Maya, they had this kind of a phallic deity, but they were completely wrong. See, all these stones, each one has a very special tune. We are thinking that the Mayas use all these stones as a musical instrument, see, as a marimba. And the tune depends of the size of each stone. See how large it is, how wide it is. But we are thinking that the Mayas use them like in parallel shape, you know, and maybe they use bits of jade and quartz to make it tune very nice. See, but this is kind of a marimba for the Mayas. Up at the wall, we're gonna see the representation of Kukulkan or Quetzalcoatl. We have the same kind of representation in Tula, Hidalgo State, and in Veracruz State, where Totonacs developed. See, we have the archaeological site there that is named as El Tajín. But first, my friend, let me show you this road. Is the road what I've been talking about. See, this road is like 300 meters, like 5 minutes walking. All these people is coming back because they went to see the big natural water well, the sacred well, where Mr. Thompson found all those human bones and all those Mayan artifacts. But I said that this is an ancient road. This is it's not a new road. It looks like beyond to that a small straight wall right there. You can see it. We are thinking that all the ceremonial center was surrounded by that kind of wall. But beyond that, going around, let me tell you that we, 100 years ago, see, we used to have all these temples, all these walls, beautiful, well painted, see? But in 1904, remember Mr. Edward Thompson, the Vice Consul of the United States, he came here, and we don't know why Mr. Thompson washed out all these walls. He using a hard brush, you know, and he washed them out, all, see? He destroyed some of the temples. Remember, this kind of I remember what I said about Yumchak, the rain god mask. Rain god mask of Yumchak was represented with this kind of a hook noses in all the walls. You're gonna see it in central part of Chichen Itza. You're gonna see that all the noses, they are broken. This is because Mr. Thompson broke all these noses. See, he broke all these noses. But later on I'll tell you why. See, but my friends, here we have the star shape representing Venus. This is the universe, represented the symbol that represents the universe, and this is Venus. And then here we have this shape, and this representing, or this kind, they are representing Kukulkan. But you can see how the Mayas, the Toltecs, combine here the jaguar, the eagle, and the snake. Here we have the arms, like jaguar arms. We have the claws, like eagle claws. See, this is the long tongue. Remember that we saw this symbol on the ball cord coming out of the mouth of the skull, representing the speech symbol. And then we have two eyes, one here, another one here, and you can see teeth here. It looks like the mouth of the serpent is open, and this Toltec face is coming out of the mouth of the serpent. We have, remember what I said, according to the legend, Kukulkan came from north side, flying as a bird, but physically Kukulkan came from north side, walking. Many people north side, and then when he just left Chichen Itza, she just went to the west side. So because they're thinking that he visited all those Mayas in Campeche, all those Mayas in Tabasco, all those Mayas in Veracruz State, and then he went to the central part of this country, to Mexico City, see, and he visited all those Toltecs. See? This big piece of wood supporting the roof of that temple is Chico Zapote tree, and as I said before, more than 800 years. But this is still supporting the my friends, remember the beautiful acoustic we heard the ball cord, because we have two big walls, so we can produce the echoes there. Right now, here we have wind. This is an outdoor place. We don't have walls around. The closest one is this one here, this temple, that is the temple of the warriors. And behind of you, that's the Venus planet platform. And this side, we have the ball cord all the way down. So you can see it at the very end. But my friends, we have a beautiful, see it? See this clap touched the wall up there. We don't know why. Sounds like a bird, right? And this is impressive because the people up there, they can hear it. They shriek, we can hear it just here. If you are, well, you can see the people right there. If you are there, you're gonna hear just my clap. Now the shriek. You can hear the shriek just right here. And there are two echoes. One here in the Kukulkan's temple, and another one right there in the temple of the warriors. See? We are thinking that this is because the construction of the temple from north to south axis, 17 degrees to the east, but directly to the position of the sun on the Venus planet and the sky, as the same as those Egyptian temples. See, it's because the equinoxes and solstices happen in this place. But this is a very nice acoustic. We are thinking that this guy who blew up the seashell to hold all the Mayas around to come over here and see Kukulkan coming down twice a year. See the regions. Maybe he blew up the seashell up there. Here they blew up, and the seashell will go there. Well, maybe the Mayas could hear it in London, so we could hear. The same as Mr. Luciano Pavarotti temple. Mr. Luciano Pavarotti was right there on the central part. We are in front of this beautiful temple. Here the Mayas and Toltecs combine their two architectures again. We have the same kind of structure, three superimposed platforms, and then at the end we have the temple. We have two walls, the right one and the left one, but in the center part of each wall we have carvings representing again Kukulkan, the jaguar position, the mouth of the serpent open, and then a Toltec face is coming out of the mouth. In each corner of all these walls, you can see in the left corner, we can appreciate it very well. Those are three rain gas mask profiles. You can see the scoop nose or sticky piece of wood stone is sticking out of the corner. Those are the noses of human chuck. Some of them they are wrong, see, because Mr. Thompson broke them off. See? And let me tell you that this temple is part of the 1,000-column stone. You can see all those columns all the way down to your right. We are thinking that they support a thatched roof. It may be, but you know, the Mayas, this was ceremonial, the most important Maya ceremonial center. Maybe these people, this used to host many other people, you know, different cities, different Maya cities, and maybe they choose hammocks to take a rest under this big thatched roof. See, just to take a rest. Okay, my friend, let me tell you that the archaeologists, they found a square hole in the floor of that temple up there, and this hole gives us access to visit the chamber inside of this temple, where the archaeologists found some old frescoes representing the conquest. It's because it's stone table and 1.5 meters wide. We're thinking that they used it to make some more human sacrifices. As soon as they stick up this human heart was over here in front over the back belly of this jack move. See? But my friends, let me tell you that up there we have we have 52. Some people say that this is just left on purpose just to show you the former state how the first explorers found this temple. See, covered by all the vegetation, all the trees over. And so people are saying that they didn't find the rest of the stones to rebuild it all. You can see behind of you right there we have some of those stones. Those are part of the wall. As I told you, here we can appreciate how the Mayas constructed first the mampostery structure, and then they just placed all these large square stones on the wall. And those Egyptian temples, those big square stones, you know, just cover up all the roof of the temple. Now, my friends, let me tell you that remember what I said about Mr. Edward Herbert Thompson, who was the vice consul of the United States in Merida. Merida is the capital of Yucatan State. We are thinking that Mr. Thompson, he read Diego de Landa's book. It's because he came here in 1904. But when he came here, he just... They are working. That means that we're going to have a lot of rain next week.
Look.
Oh, that's cool.
That surrounds all the ceremonial center. This is the original floor. And if we take all this road all the way down, we're gonna find another big well. We are thinking of the Mayas. They used to drink the water of this cenote, this well here. And this well is named as Ixtoloc in Maya language. That means the iguana. To all these carvings, those butterflies,
They're making those noises?
they are some people say that when they are trying to make love, they make those noises. You know, the male is trying to get the female, but it's nobody believes that. They say that. But my friends, here the same happened with the iguanas when the male is trying. Right here we have the star shape again representing Venus planet. This is the symbol of the universe. And then right here you can see it. Remember the same kind of shape. This is representing Kukulkan. All those feathers, they are representing the wisdom of Kukulkan. the jaguar position, all those claws, different kind of claws. But in the central part, you can see this different face. This is large eyes, convex nose, prominences, cheeks. See? This is a Maya face, pure Maya face, and this is the square rattles. This is typical in Maya architecture, and we're gonna see it in all these complex. Temple of the high priest, see? The grave of the high priest. You can see in each balustrade we have the flying serpent. They are representing like the equinox, like the Tucumán is ascending, coming down, see? Let me tell you that this kind of a platform, we used to have one in each corner up there, see? But the archaeologists, they just found this one, and they are thinking that this one belongs to this corner. But you can see all the architecture, you can see all these beautiful rain guide masks, and these are the hook noses or elephant-shaped noses. Remember, these guys didn't use metal to cut and carve all these lines. This is a beautiful work. You can see the eyes, noses, mouth, teeth, and those square earrings. This is Yum-Chak again. It seems that in the second period, the most important god for Mayas was Yum-Chak, god of the rain. My friends, somebody asked me that what kind of mortar the Mayas used to put all these lines together. Well, we don't know exactly. We just know some two components of this kind of cement. We know that the Mayas, they used the seashell and crushed limestone. These are two of those components to make the cement for Mayas, but we don't know actually what kind of mortar they used. Even the archaeologists and anthropologists, they don't know what kind of mortar they used. My friends, just follow this way. Around here. This is a mount of stones. See, this is a Maya temple. You can see some of those flat square stones around. See, because the roots of the trees just push all these stones out. See, this is a Maya temple. Maybe human bones or Mayan artifacts are inside of this temple, but this is a real former state, and we have hundreds and hundreds of temples in this state. You can see right there, that's part of the wall. Up there in the upper part, we have some of those pillars, and they are still supporting the lintel. See, but this is the real former state how these guys found it. And let me show you.
Does that include the big temple, the castle?
Yes, sir. Let me show you the picture of the first temple.
That's the observatory.
Yes, sir. The School of the Astronomers. Observatory. The Spanish name of this structure is the snail, the El Caracol. My friends, let me tell you that this is the only temple we're going to find in all Chichen Itza with this structure, cylindrical structure. But you can see we have four structures. We have the first platform here with the staircase. Then we have the big one, the staircase. Here on the left side, and then the loopholes. Those loopholes, those are proposed to observe the sunset in different seasons of the year, not proposed to produce the solstices. And then we have the third square platform with the staircase in the middle part, and then a little doorway. It's a little bit to the right. It's not in the center part. This is not proposed to produce.
This is definitely the largest room we've been to.
You can barely keep up with the guide.
I guess you would like to see the Maya Yakuza, right?
Another acoustic, huh?
Oh yeah, that's me.
It's amazing how they could calculate that.
I'm amazed that they figured it out. They went around clapping all day.
Well, how do you calculate 7 echoes? You know, you got to know the distance of the wall from each other, I guess.
They just to fire or burn all the hard stones, you know. Anyway, they just brought me here. They just put some water on them and they produce the heat. See? They use this steam bath to purify all the bodies, and maybe they use that structure just to rest. Right there, you know, the kind of
The last number.
Okay, my friends. The nuns, and we have this big hole here. Remember, we had a lot of explorers in this place. We had American people, British people exploring all this place, and we have some French guys. We had to Mr. Augustus Le Plongeon. He was the person who explored all this area, and he thought that the best way to explore this temple, you know, was making this big hole. You know, he put dynamite there, and just he dynamited. See, he made this big wall. It's because you see all these pieces of stones around. It's because this guy didn't restore it all. But he was trying to find a treasure. Now it was inside, see? Just the room divided by walls. But let me tell you, these guys, they weren't anthropologists or archaeologists, even amateurs. They just were explorers. And they came here trying to find all those treasures. It's because sometimes they didn't know how to explore a temple. They just explored it. See? See? My friends, because they just left it there. And here on the left inside wall, you can see remainings of the red original color. See, my friends, just follow this way. I want to show you the church and the annex of the Nunnery.
So what was this used for?
Housing.
This, oh, this was used like adoratories where they adore their gods.
Oh, altars?
Adoratorios.
Idolizing.
No, no.
Idolizing? That would be too, like altars.
No,
That's-
dormitory.
Dormitories is para dormir. No, dormitorio no. Dormitorio.
Adoratorios,
Adoratorios.
donde adoraban a sus dioses.
Right, that's idolizing. Idolizing. Dormitories, no. That's all.
Yeah, he said all the different sections.
No, that's what the Spanish thought, but that's not what it was.
Okay.
Idolizing, idol, I-D-O.
The idol. My friends, let me tell you that this is the annex of the nunnery. We have this beautiful lattice work here. We have the mosaics. See, and up there we have the main panel, 6 rain gun max. Remember what I said about the noses? You remember who broke all these noses? Thompson. But this temple, my friends, it looks like it was added later to the first one because they don't keep the same architectural lines right in the corner. You see? But you can see all this lattice work, my friends, beautiful. You can see that each cross is just one stone like here. Out of work. We are thinking that the Mayas, they used to work cutting and carving all this limestone, my friends, under the ground. Because under the ground, the limestone is humid. You know? It's easy to cut it and carve it. You can cut it and carve it easily. But as soon as you take this limestone out of the cave, you know, wind, sun, makes this get hurt. So all these caves, all the holes, and then those squares. But here, on the left side, you can see we have the armadillo without a head, you know who broke the head. The snail. Right here we have the turtle shell without a head, you know who broke the head. And then the crab. See? They are representing all these 4 gods supporting the earth in each cardinal point. They're represented as animal figures, and they call them bacabes in Maya language. See, my friends? They are dividing those 2 rain god masks. See? Those 3 rain god masks. My friends, just follow this way. Let's try to see the stela or the calendar. The main facade of the annex of the nunnery. We have all these beautiful motifs representing Yumchak. As I told you, it seems that Yumchak was the most important god in the second period for Mayas. See, all these beautiful marks, and remember, it was a beautiful facade. Let me tell you that Mr. Robert Mahler, he was a German explorer. He came here 20 years before Thompson, and he took pictures of all this place, to all the temples around here. It's because we know that always temples were well preserved, just covered by all the vegetation, all the
demanded that Thompson.
See, and he showed all these pictures of all this place. See, but the Mexican government, they didn't pay attention.
This is another shot of the observatory. Okay, we have our tour, and we're going on our own now for about an hour until we have lunch. Hopefully we can find a spot to take some still shots.
Get up on those steps. We can get up on those steps. This would be a picture from here, but we have to get some good picture.
Yeah, here's somebody right here.
Yeah, that one you might have to go down. Yeah, it's like.
So in this jungle is a lot more ruins that haven't been restored yet. Alright, now I'm going to have to find my Chezen Itza rock collection. Something, a rocket someone has sacrificed on. Probably nice. Okay, I got me a little piece of what looks like a femur bone. Round femur bone. Chezen Itza. Alright, honey. I hope it's big enough for me to write Chezen Itza on it. Okay, we're now about ready to climb the castle Chezen Itza. Okay, this is the beginning. Now we'll jog on up. Okay, we made it to the top. And this is where it looks like going down.
What's view, huh?
Yeah.
Mountains and hills.
Notice I'm already down, and she's coming down gingerly. She's not learning how, she's not remembering how to come down. Okay, here we are at the sacrificial well. Okay, here we are at the sacrificial well. Millie, get real close to the side there, will you? So I can get your picture. Oh yeah. Hey, listen. We were just thinking. Do you remember who? What? Okay. Where they sacrifice. Okay. Now we're going up the middle of this pyramid. Well, you did want to do it. That's why we're in here.
No, I just wanted to see the inside.
Well, you've seen the inside.
Came up all these stairs.
Well,
Stupid thing.
this is where they
I'm talking again.
sat
That's
and
where they
did
had
their
the heart.
sacrifice.
They put the heart right there
Yeah.
in a plate, and that's where the priest sat.
And he sat there and probably ate it.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, we can't go back down. Oh, let's go back down. Come on.
Okay.
All right, guys, don't fall on top of me now. Whose idea was this to come up here?
Nosotros estamos ya Royal Maya.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Hasta luego, guys.
Hasta luego, amigo.
Beautiful time.
Thank you. All right, see you.
Okay, Robert.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. See you, friends.
Next year. Next year.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, this ends our. Man.
Be here a little bit. You wanna leave? Right
No,
now?
we leave.
Oh no, we'll leave because now I'm gonna.
Now we've done the tour of the Westin. Very nice place. Susanna here has been our guide, and she was our salesperson for the Indian craft.
Which we'll show you when we get
And
home.
the name is, again, pronounce that again?
Winchell.
Wichil. Wichil Indians.
Yeah, we're going to the airport now, yeah, because,
Well, now we're in airport on our way out of Aeropuerto, out of Cancun. And as you can see, so is everybody else. Well, so far we've gotten to the airport just minutes before the plane was leaving because our time change, and they also moved the time of the flight up without telling us. So, but I think we're going to make it anyway. Our bags probably won't make it, but we'll make it.
Doesn't matter.
We're now back in the at home, and I'm going to take some video of the pieces that we bought from the Cancun, the Indians, and this is the cat head. Very colorful, you can see. These are all little beads placed one by the Indians. And we have that.
Precious has been crying ever since we got back.
Our entranceway. And Millie has decided to put the lizard up on the wall like it's crawling up the wall. and